Welcome to the Primo's Musings podcast.
Good morning. This is Shri here with the Day 4 recap of the Indian Wells. Day 4 featured some of the superstars of the game. And let's start with Djokovic. Djokovic played Vucic from Australia. And I watched pretty much the whole game. And at least I would say from the second set, Djokovic had already won the first set, 6-2. But the second set was a very interesting match for Djokovic. He got broken, he fell behind, came back, tied it at 3-all, but then going back and forth, which is definitely great first serve. That one of the things that Djokovic always thrives in is that once you get into a rally with him, it's going to be a battle. He's probably one of the guys who's not only just going to move you around, turns defense into offense very quickly before you know it. And Vucic definitely was on his toes, didn't bat an eye. He was going shot for shot against Djokovic. His first serves kept him in the game, and he hits the ball really hard. And there was some great winners that he had against the world number one. But once it went to the third set, I kind of felt the tide was turning in Djokovic's favor, which always happens with Djokovic. Doesn't matter whether you play him in a 5-setter or a 3-setter, and if he loses 1 or 2 sets, he's always going to bounce back. He's going to figure you out. And Djokovic, his serve was at a much higher percentage in the third set. Won it 6-3 in the third set. One thing I did want to call out was that not just Djokovic, but also Alcaraz had a top 3-setter. Even like all the superstars, you had like Fritz, got into a tiebreaker. Ruud got into a tiebreaker. Hurkacz, had a very tough match against Monfils. Prevailed, but again, he lost 6-0 in the first set, and then bounced back to win, in the tiebreaker in the second to just keep him alive, and then won the third set. I stand corrected there. Monfils beat Hurkacz there. So there you go. But the other thing is, I would say Ruud had a tiebreaker. A lot of 3-setters for a lot of these players, and also tiebreakers. Goes to show you that when they have a long break and coming into a major tournament like this, you're going to have some. You definitely are going to have some challenges going in. That's on the men's, and of course Medvedev. It was pretty late. He beat Carbelas in straight sets, 2 and 3. So he's definitely on a great run here. Today's big games include Tiafoe versus Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas again, fell out of the number 10 outside of the number 10 ranking, top 10, and Tiafoe has been playing well, but this is going to be a very interesting match for Tiafoe. I definitely think that Tsitsipas has an upper advantage. And then we have Bublik and De Minaur, and that's a good match as well. And then you have Carlos playing against Felix Auger Aliassime at 4 p.m. You got Sinner and Struff as well. So a lot of great matches in store this Sunday. Perfect day to sit and watch on the day, daylight savings time ends. And then on the women's side, yesterday, you did have Sabalenka. Again, she had a tough time. She lost to Stearns in the first set. Easy win in the tiebreaker. And then she bounced back, won 6-2. But again, won only 8-6 in the tiebreaker in the third set. So very close. She could have easily got bounced out as well. Same thing with Svitolina. She went to another 3-setter. And then Osaka, great. Really happy for her, beating Samsonova 7-5, 6-3. Good comeback for her. She's been slowly coming into the tour. Really happy to see her play at a pretty high level. Unfortunately, some losses here. Azarenka, she fell to Dolehide. Good win for the American. And then Sloane Stevens continues. And then one more disappointment for Jessie Pegula. Again, she's been in the top 5 for many years, but one of her right now, her career, she's not able to make it to the big game, whether it's the finals and semifinals in some of these tournaments like that. Not sure what happens here, but again, something to note here. And Sakari won as well. Casatina won. Loss for Leila Fernandez. Emma Raducanu, had a walkover, so she's through to the round of 32. Coco Gauff, we were talking about this. She lost the first set 6-2, but bounced back in the second, and again she also won in the tiebreaker. Very interesting how the Indian Wells matches have gone, both for the men and the women. A lot of tiebreakers and 3-setters. Like as I mentioned, one reason could be the long layover. Some of these players have not played any tournaments. And then some of the other players, they play a lot of tournaments, the junior level players. So it could be the result of that. Plus the, playing in the heat in California, that could add to it. And also the court itself, slightly lower courts. A lot of, if you have a very good kick serve, you have a lot of good chances in that Indian Wells courts. So looking forward to some of these good matches today. You do have Iga Swiatek on the women's side. I already covered the men's side. Madison Keys is on. Paolini from Italy is on. And then let's see what Wozniacki does. She plays Wallinets, who beat Jabeur a couple days ago. So looking forward to day 5 of the Indian Wells, the first weekend of the tournament. Thank you for listening.